Xavi Sequeira. Xavi Sequeira, man. But is it actually the right move for Xavi or Xavi? Let's talk about it. So let's have a discussion, man. He's staying. He's staying. Now, this is going to be like a bit of a multifaceted video, so please bear with me, walk with me. So, the way things unfolded, I was like, for Xavi, don't leave. You should still stay, and you can still say what's up with this group of players. It's a special group of players, and you seem to have gotten a handle through this players. And maybe there was a announcement tax, because ever since he made the announcement that he was leaving, Barca now got into gear. It's been a rocky road. It's been a very bumpy road. And there have been highs and there have been lows. And there have been a lot of lows. And there have been many Barca spaces that have said, thank you for what you've done as a player, but you're not experienced enough. You don't have the coaching technique, and there are better managers and better coaches who can do a much better job than you, and we will get there. But I just felt that looking at what Barca have done in the last month or so, those L's ain't on Xavi. A lot of those L's, and I'm going to talk to a particular L, a lot of those L's was down to individual error. No manager can account for individual error. If your team plays badly, if your team is ill-prepared, if you've been totally outplayed, if you're strategically all over the place, that's on the manager. Individual isolated errors by quality players who you know are amongst some of your best players, some of your most experienced players, boom. Now, if a manager plays a breaker, we all know he's a breaker, he makes a bad decision, okay, manager, why are you playing him? If it's a player who you know is good, is one of your consistent performers, one of your best performers, one of your most important players, and he makes a mistake, I don't think you can blame that on your boy Xavi. So, I just thought, all in all, it was the right move. Because you have to understand that Barca are in a very precarious situation. They're not in a privileged position where they can spend loads of money and spend a high amount on a top manager. Bro, I think Xavi is doing this pro bono. Bro, I think he's doing this pro bono. I think his payments have been deferred to the next lifetime. So he's going to get his payments like in 4,000 years' time when robots take over. So basically, the robots race, who will take over the human race, they will now pay Xavi his deferred payment once we're now the slaves to the robots during a robot planet, which is going to exist. A robot planet is coming. It is what it is. Go watch your sci-fi movies. And so Xavi was there, ready to take the job, ready to do deferred payments pro bono. He was happy to be paid in grass. Like, oh, fine, I'll take grass. I'll sniff it for you, Laporta. I want to do this for my club. So Laporta always wanted to keep Xavi because I think Laporta knows the situation. I've said this many times and I'll say it again. I've been watching football since like the mid-90s. So I've been watching Barca since the mid-90s. Romario, Rivaldo, Dino, Neymar, Messi. This is the first time Barcelona do not have an established superstar. So comparing what Xavi is doing to the likes of a Van Gaal, a Luis Enrique, a Pep Guardiola, Villanova, all of these guys is unfair because all of those managers, you had at least one truly established superstar player. What they have is a geriatric from Warsaw. He was a superstar like years ago, and we called him the Polish nuke. But he was a Polish nuke then. Now he's the geriatric from Warsaw. It is what it is. It is what it is. So you have to just use context there. Now, it's very good that they didn't hire dude. Because allowing Xavi to go and hiring Rafa Marquez would be dumb. Because if you allow Xavi to go, you've now got to go up. You've now got to improve. Because hiring Marquez, that's a lateral move. And it may actually be a down move. Now, it's not an improvement. At best, it's a lateral move. So the notion of, okay, Xavi, okay, fine, if he goes, cool, it is what it is. He may not be the right guy. But if you allow him to go, you can't get a guy who has even less experience than him. Because at least Xavi now has 2 years experience coaching Barca, something that Rafa Marquez doesn't have. Rafa Marquez does not have the experience that Xavi has had of coaching a team like Barca in La Liga up against Real Madrid and also coaching in the UCL for 2 seasons. So bringing in Rafa Marquez would have been stupid. Now, here's the thing. Now, this is where things get interesting. This is where we now come into the debate. Is there an argument for this was the wrong move? Is there an argument for Laporta to be like, drumming his big belly and saying, Xavi, we love what you did for 2 seasons. Under duress, we got bent over and RAPED'd by your boy Bartomeu. We got financially castrated. And what you did under all those restrictions is admirable, but we feel that this team is talented enough to be taken to the next level, and you're just not the guy to take us to that next level. Pedri, Gavi, Kubarsi, Lamine Yamal. There is true quality in this team. And maybe with a few additions being very shrewd in the market, we feel we can take back La Liga and we can go even further in the UCL, but with a more experienced manager. Don't judge Flick fully by Germany. Don't. That'd be unfair. Shout out to Nagelsmann. Hopefully he does well. Because I feel there is a group that say, well, look at what he did with freaking Germany, bro. He got beat by England at the Euros and he got grouped to the World Cup. Oh, and you know what? No, even better. Okay, grouped, beat by England in the Euros. Oh, that treble, COVID tax, which is dumb and stupid. Oh, COVID tax only 1 leg, which is dumb and stupid. Please, let's be thankful that that's a Barca team. They don't have to pay that Bayern team over 2 legs. because then it's going to be like an NFL score or a freaking rugby score that play over 2 legs. So Hansi Flick is a better manager than Xavi. And I believe that if Hansi Flick was in charge of this Barca team, I believe that he would probably do better. Probably. See, the beauty about football is 1 + 1 does not always equal 2. More experience. He's coached Bayern, trebles, coached Germany. Xavi got his badges in the deserts. Flick comes in, he'll be better. Flick has a philosophy. He has a mindset. He has a way of playing. With this group and with these players and with Barca's restrictions, will Flick work? Because the players he had at his disposal at Bayern Munich, specifically when he was the Polish nuke and not the geriatric from Warsaw, that is very different from the dudes that he has at Barca. Remember, he has to coach a fake Brazilian by the name of Rafinha. So we don't know for sure whether Flick will come in and do a better job. All because he's more experienced doesn't mean he'll just do automatically a better job, which we don't know. These are a different set of players that have a different totally way of playing and have different attributes to the guys he had at Bayern and to the people he had at Germany. But I don't get that notion. Because if you ask me right now, Xavi or Hansi Flick, who do you pick? Hansi Flick, 100% I'd pick Hansi Flick. I would. Because not only does he have experience of Bayern and Germany, he was the right-hand man for Jogi Löw all throughout. And he was then when Germany won the World Cup in 2014. So he has a wealth of experience, not only as an assistant manager on the international level with a World Cup winning team, but Bayern and Germany as well as a head coach. So I'm like, yeah, 100% get this guy in. And we all know how incredible Bayern were under him. But let's not sleep on what Xavi achieved in that first season. Let's not. Okay, this season, they're going to end up trophyless. It ain't going to happen. But let's not sleep on what, in his very first season, remember, Real were the defending champions. He won the league with an absolutely incredible defensive record. Something we don't really associate with Barcelona. Barca are the ultra-attacking, offensive, entertaining, dynamic team. But he knew that, okay, I don't have a Dino, a Neymar, or a Messi. We have to work with what I have. Superb defense. It was an amazing season, an amazing achievement of what he did. Okay, he fell short this season. But as much as he fell short domestically, and I always stand by this, and I always stand by this, that PSG game, if Araujo doesn't get sent off, Barca beats PSG 100%. 100%. I don't have no doubts about that. 1,000%. Xavi cannot be blamed for Araujo. So remember what I said at the beginning of the video? So this wasn't Romeo or just some fruit seller that sells Spanish fruits on the roads of Catalonia. This was Araujo, one of Barca's best players. One of their best players and most experienced players, Araujo, who made a bozo decision. Xavi can't account for that. He can't account for that. That's one decision cost him the game. Now you can say a better manager, a better coach. Perhaps people would argue that if Barca had a Hansi Flick, what is management about? Managing. Rain, sleet, snow, hail, whatever the situation, you must adapt and manage. So we're down to 10 men. Adapt. Plan B, plan C. What do we do? Contain, keep possession of the ball, counter, maintain the shape, make us difficult to break down, get our speedy guys, let's counter them and then hit them because they will not be playing a much higher line. So the manager has a strategy for whatever the situation is. One man down, an extra man, down to 10 men, down to 9 men. We have a plan B, a plan C. That's what the manager does. I have something for any given situation. So that's what an experienced manager will do, because an experienced manager, I've been in this position before. Boom, let's do this. But he hasn't been. Got emotional, got sent off, and it's even added to it because those young players, and there were some few young players there, they needed his guidance. But still, despite his lack of experience, of perhaps having a plan B to counter for going down to 10 men, that was not his fault. I'll say again, if that is 11v11, Barca beats PSG. And my Mbappe dream is ruined. 100%. 100%. So, my thing is this. This may be his definitive season next season. He's staying. So it is what it is. He's staying. Ultimately, do I feel this was the right decision? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. If Barca were not in this financial situation they were in, and they could spend freely, get a better manager, and truly maximize. Even if Barca get the most amazing manager, Mbappe might be coming to Real Madrid. Who knows how much better Bellingham will come? The Endrick era may be entering as well. Who knows whether they get Alphonso Davies? So Real Madrid are getting stacked. Real Madrid are getting stacked. So for a manager coming in, if you don't really have the freedom to spend and the kind of money that you can spend that Real can spend, it is going to be tough to dethrone Real from the La Liga title. And it's going to become even harder to win a UCL with a Man City who are going to get stronger, a Real who are going to get stronger, a Bayern who are going to get stronger, and who knows what Inter Milan are going to freaking do. So you hire a new manager, an experienced manager, but Barca are in the same financial situation. Can you guarantee you're going to beat a much stronger Real Madrid next season in La Liga? Copa del Rey, perhaps, maybe. Barca are not winning the UCL. Barca can hire peak Fergie. They can put Fergie inside a crowd chamber, bring him out, peak Fergie. I cannot guarantee they win a UCL. Against a stronger City, a stronger Bayern, a stronger Real Madrid, and who knows what PSG will look like? Who knows what Inter will look like? Who knows whether Juve will be in the courtroom? So, so I think for now, Xavi works well for this short term. For now, because remember, this is till the end of his contract, which I believe is the end of next season. So his contract, I believe, ends 2025. So after 2025, we'll review. If it's a situation where Barca go 12 for less, they maybe downgrade then say, okay, cool. Let's not bring in someone new now. But I do feel that what will be very important is the summer. Who can they buy? Who can because they have to strengthen. You cannot have the Warsaw from geriatric as your striker. Because we all saw what he did with that M3 and 2 against PSG in the UCL. So they need a replacement striker. Is that Vitor Roque? Who knows? Or can you get another established guy? Can you go in for a Vlahovic? Like a more established striker? So I think what they do in the summer is going to be very key. But I feel, all things considered, it may just be the right move for your boy Xavi or Xavi.